6 reasons why the global South loves Russia. The whole world supports Ukraine. Alas, it is not. Most of Africa, Asia, and South America remain neutral. Some of these nations are openly pro-Russian. Others pretend to look the other way. But why? 1. Autocratic regimes flock together. The most unabashedly pro-Russian views are espoused by dictatorships. Moscow is friendly with almost every tyrannical regime. It enjoys support in Nicaragua, Venezuela, Cuba, and Myanmar. It has a great relationship with China and North Korea. It has officially hosted Taliban delegations, and its biggest allies are Belarus, Iran, and Syria. The military juntas in Mali and Sudan rely on Wagner mercenaries. This is at least understandable. Russia is always willing to sell arms to sanctioned regimes, but it doesn't explain the whole picture. 2. The Cold War is still a factor. Many countries still associate Russia with the Soviet Union. They see Moscow as a counterbalance to US domination. Some countries in these regions gained independence with Soviet support. They still see Western nations as historical oppressors. Russia is thus perceived as a liberator. Russia casts itself as a leader in the fight against neo-colonialism. Of course, it's also trying to recolonize Ukraine, but Russian propaganda paints it as a war provoked by the West. 3. Russian media presence is vast. Russia has been engaging the media environment of the global South. Taking its cue from Al Jazeera, it launched Russia Today, now RT. This is a state-funded media machine. It broadcasts around the world to promote any Western, pro-Russian views. Meanwhile, the media in non-Western countries doesn't care about Europe. It mostly focuses on domestic issues. Thus, many Africans or Arabs get their international news from Russia. 4. Pragmatism always prevails. To many non-Westerners, Europe is of no interest. They don't care about what goes there, but they do care about their own well-being. Russia is a major exporter of cheap oil, gas, and weapons. To a country like India, it's absolutely crucial. Most Indians, South Africans, or Brazilians don't care about Ukraine. To them, it's a far-off conflict with murky origins. They blame the inflation on the sanctions against Russia. India recently boasted that their trade with Russia had grown 400% since the invasion. Similarly, South Africa is participating in Russo-Chinese military exercises. They see no advantage in supporting Ukraine and losing Russian resources. Brazil depends on Russia for fertilizers. Russian grain and fuel exports are essential for Africa as well. 5. Russia is scary. This should not be forgotten. Russia's military presence in Africa and the Middle East is a factor. Wagner mercenaries are active in the Central African Republic and Mali. They are among the deadliest fighting forces in the local conflicts. Many African countries don't want to risk alienating Russia. This could lead Moscow to support their rivals. The threat of civil war is ever present in Africa. Sudan is being plunged into one right now. The Wagner Group is already in the country. 6. Russia's got money. This is the most straightforward reason. Countries such as Kazakhstan or the UAE are neutral. They are reaping the benefits of the war sanctions. Banished from the West, Russian billionaires have diverted their money elsewhere. The real estate market in Dubai is booming. Kazakhstan has turned into a place of refuge for foreign companies leaving Russia. All this brings in lots of money. Who's going to refuse?